Just leaving this ghetto 7-Eleven here in Fort Worth, right on the corner of Beach and Lancaster, one of the crappier parts of Fort Worth. Got downtown in the background right over there. So I guess I'm going to make an attempt to walk over there. Just kind of want to look around, and then I'll probably catch a lift to my storage facility. So anyways, so today's scumbag that we're going to speak about is 24-year-old Dylan Michael Tennant. This guy right here, Dylan Michael Tennant, 24 years of age. So Dylan, he got into a little bit of trouble, actually a lot of trouble. See, Dylan, he fancies himself a disciplinarian, right? And Dylan, he has two kids. He has a 2-year-old boy, a 3-year-old girl, and I don't hear about a mother in this story. Maybe she's out on drugs, probably, who knows. So he's a single dad. So at the time, he's living with his grandparents and with his two kids. So one day, 2 and 3-year-old kids, they're practically babies, toddlers. They don't really know anything. A lot of them are stupid. And that's why you got to teach them as a parent, so when they grow up, they're not as stupid as they were. So I guess these kids, they got into a little bit of mischief, right? So they're in the bathroom, and maybe they have a water fight, or they're flushing the toilet with the toilet paper and they clog it. Whatever it is that they do, they mess the bathroom up. And Dylan, he's had about enough. Yeah, he's had about enough. He says, you know what? That's it. I'm kicking both of your butts. Now, normally, if you give your kids a spanking, I don't have a problem with it. Spare the rod, spoil the child. I say a good butt kicking every now and then. I never hurt anybody except whose butt you're kicking. But this guy goes overboard, no pun intended, and takes a wooden board. That's the best description of the implement that was used, and commenced to beating the living tar out of these two toddlers. Not trying to laugh because this story is disgusting. I laughed because of how ridiculous this frickin' moron and foul he is. So he beats the living crap out of these two little kids with a wooden board. And then once he realizes that what he's done, or maybe he snapped, he's like, all right, man, we got to go to my friend's house. So, to chill out for a day or two so they go to his friend's house. Then he comes back, and I guess he's trying to hide the injuries from his grandparents. So they see the injuries and they're like, oh, what the hell happened? And I'm sure they communicated to their grandparents that, well, dad went a little haywire on us, right? Really a lot of haywire. So the grandparents, they call the police. The police come and they immediately arrest Dylan. They take him to jail, and they ended up charging him. I mean, I guess it would be child abuse, but so he goes to jail, and that's where he stays during the duration of his trial. The DA in this case said that the injuries to these two children was about the worst they've seen ever. And the doctor who treated them, who testified in the matter, basically said that the strikes were caused by a considerable amount of force, right? So, when you hear stories like this, you're like, okay, this guy, he's going to jail for a long time or whatever. This guy, the injuries were so bad to these kids, the beating was so bad, that this guy got 15 to 30 years in prison. So that kind of tells you how badly he beat these two poor little kids. 15 to 30 years. Can you imagine? Wow, absolutely incredible. So he'll be up for parole in 2039. So by that time, he'll be 40 years of age. And when he gets out, he's not allowed to have any contact with his kids. And I think part of the terms of his parole when he gets out, whatever that is that he's to have no contact unsupervised with any kids. And the reason why is because, well, he might beat them. This guy is ultimately a pathetic creep. And from what it sounds like, this guy definitely deserves every bit of that, at least a 15-year sentence. I don't know if I would take it to 30 years, but definitely the 15 years. Maybe we'll make it even 20 years for this clown. Absolutely incredible. Because they made a mess in the bathroom. So you beat your kids, you physically and emotionally scar them, and then you ruin your own life in the process because your kids had a water fight in the toilet or something. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. All right, guys, leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. This scumbag right here. Hey, you guys got a minivan for sale by any chance? No. I don't need a minivan already. I got a van. It's time to grow up, get a real man's van. Yeah, they don't have any minivans. They only have SUVs and cars. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you on the next rant. Peace out.